So this episode is, I don't know if you can call it a special or what, but I was actually planning to talking about something like leadership and teamwork, because that's what I've been into lately. And also talking about a bit of the podcast, because I have not uploaded an episode for multiple weeks because I've been busy doing other things, and I will tell you more about that maybe in this episode. I don't know. We'll see. But I decided to make 2 episodes. So this is like, I've called it 25.5, because there's something that I need to, I don't know, discuss with myself, I guess, because I don't know what to do about it. And then I'm going to upload an episode 26, which is going to be about what I have been researching or learning about lately, which is leadership and teamwork. I have my glasses on. I forgot. And yeah, we'll see about what's after that. We'll see. Only time will tell. And also because I don't think there's going to be anything social media related content from this video, so I'm just gonna post them like, right after each other, so that people can choose to do what they want. Maybe no one will hear this. Maybe no one will ever see this. Who knows? We'll see. So why I've done this is because I experienced something this morning. I have had, this is my 3rd day being free from work, being off from work. Tomorrow I'm going to start working again, which is great, because I have been working way too much for, honestly, the beginning of this year. For the past almost 3 months, I've been working way too much. Which is also why this podcast have been delayed for multiple weeks, because I have been busy working, and it have taken its toll on me, or it did, which is why I have to say and ask for that I have 2 days off every week, because I cannot, it's not sustainable me only having 2 days off every second week. I need 2 every week. It was hard for me to admit, because I would like to being able to take the workload, but I just ended up feeling that it was not sustainable. My performance decreased slowly over time. I got more and more tired, out of energy, and everything annoyed me. The work, the customers, members as they called. And it have not been like that for the past 6 months that I have worked there. So I was like, okay, this might be a sign that I am working too much. So yeah, I got 2 days off. And for this time, I had 3 days in a row, because I had the weekend off and I had 2 days off. Today's Monday, because that was what fitted for this week. So I am free today, Monday, and Tuesday. And no, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. So Monday and Thursday this week, and then I'm going to work in the weekend. So still 5 days, just split out differently compared to a normal job, if you could say that. So I was working out in my gym where I work this morning, and I work out in the gym that I work in because it's the one closest to me, and I really enjoy being in that gym. It's my favorite gym to be in, not because that I'm working there, that's a part of it. I really like it, I'm used to be there, but also because I just like the space. It's like 2 floors, 2 big spaces with a lot of space up to the ceiling and a lot of depth in not many walls, a lot of depth in the gym, big windows where there can come in a lot of light. So it's just really nice. I really enjoy it. So I was working push. It's Monday, of course. It's Push International Chest Day. I'm just doing push, which is, for those who don't know, chest, shoulders, and triceps. Where you do mostly exercises where you push either forward, upwards, sidewards. I do lateral raises, so sidewards. You can also put downwards, dips, of course, push downs. But yeah, I was doing that, and there was not many in the gym when I started working out or in the middle of my session in my workout. So I was actually alone at the squat racks. We have 8 squat racks that are like in a cluster. So for some reason they have done it so that you stand at 2 racks opposite each other and look at each other if both do squats, which is weird. I don't know why they've done it like that. But yeah, they have. So it's like 4 rows with 2, so 8 in all. And I was the only one at the squat racks doing incline barbell bench press. I was sitting there and I saw a girl coming in that I have seen before working there, which is really pretty. Not gonna lie, she's really pretty, really beautiful. And yeah, I was like, okay, she's working out early. She works out multiple times, or not multiple times, but different times. Like morning. No, it's the first time I've seen her in the morning, but something like before noon and even in the evening, she also works out sometimes. Yeah, and if you're like, okay, you're really stalking this girl, well, actually, it's just every member that I see. I'm taking notes, mental notes of when they are working out, especially the hot girls. That's one of the perks of working in a gym. There's a lot of hot girls working out. I kind of like that. It's great. Not to offend anyone, but it's nice being around hot and beautiful girls. So she enters. I'm like, cool. She's gonna be here. I don't mind that. But the thing is, I was about to finish. I had my last set of incline bench press. And then she comes and takes the squat rack right beside me. I'm like in the middle. You know, there's 2, 2, 2, 2. So I'm like here, the one in the middle to the right. And she goes on the same side, right to the left from me. And I cannot remember if I did this, but I feel like I did it. I was sitting at the bench, looking around the squat racks and be like, what? Completely, all the other squat racks completely empty. And she chooses to take the one right beside me. And I'm just like, okay. And my mind is just, it cannot comprehend this. So I just start taking off the plates and cleaning up the barbell and the bench and finding out where I'm going to go next, because I was about to do dips, but the dip dip machine, it's not a machine where you do dips, it was occupied. So I was like, okay, should I do lateral raises at the opposite side? No, I'll just go down beside and do some tricep extensions with dumbbells. So I did that. waited for the dip to be available. It did not. So I was like, okay, then I have to move the opposite side of the gym to do my lateral raises. So I did that. And I think I completed my first set, maybe second of lateral raises, and I ran out of water. So I went to grab some water at a water fountain. I did that. And when I turn around, I see the girl standing right behind me, who had just been at the squat race. And I actually think I was shocked because I'd expected at least her, but I didn't expect anyone to be right behind me when the gym was so empty at that time. So I was like, whoa. And it was like, whoa, double wall. What happened? So I stepped to the side so she could get to the water fountain and just got back to my lateral raises. My lateral raises is right by the water fountain. And the squat racks where she's doing it's like in the middle of the gym. And the water fountain is at the other end of the gym where I was. So I am just like, okay, the thing with the water fountain could be a coincidence. Because I didn't notice at all that she was coming. And you like, yeah, of course you didn't. No, I actually didn't. I was quite focused at my workout. And I was like, I need some water. And I go and grab some water. There's no intention, nothing. Just me going to grab some water. And she stands right behind me. It could be a coincidence that she was like, okay, I need some water. I need to go grab some water. So we just did that at the same time. I get that. But the thing that she took the rack right beside me when all the others were empty. She didn't even take like one at the opposite side beside. So you're like diagonal, I think it's called. It was the one right beside me. I'm just like, what the hell? And I spoke, my colleague was at work, so I spoke with him about it, and he was like, well, did you say hi at least? I'm like, no, I panicked. What the fuck? I didn't expect it at all. Like, none at all. Because I've seen her before, as I mentioned, and she have been cold. Every time. Not when I try to say hi, she didn't say hi, and she just I feel like she haven't given me one glance at all. And then this happens. So I don't know. And that's the thing. If you're thinking about why are you thinking about it so much, that's because that's what I do. I think about things. I most of the times overthink things. Which have given me many troubles in the past. I have been better to not overthink as much because I did metacognitive therapy, which helps with overthinking. But I have found out recently that's with the teamwork and leadership stuff because they can't remember the word. But they say that it will be good to get to know yourself and your colleagues. So I read more about my Myers-Briggs personality type, which is the INTJ, the architect, or the mastermind it's called. And the mastermind is a big thinker, strategic, planning, organizing. Perfectionism is also one of the characteristics, which I have also suffered from. Not so much anymore. But I still want to be good and as good as possible. So I'm thinking a lot, overthinking. And I've started reading, I read this book called Relentless by Tim S. Gruber, who says, don't think. Be in the zone, don't think. Which is difficult. So I'm thinking about, there was a sale at Audible. So I got not a sale, but yeah, it kind of sale. I got 10 books for 5 credits. So 2 for 1. And one of the books that I got was The 5-Second Rule. I only just skimmed what it was about, and it sounded cool. And I was like, okay, I take it with one of the others that I would like to get. Well, and one of them was Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor E. Frankl. And one that I also got was Winning by Tim Kruger. I'm like, yeah, this is good. And also got some about mindset, self-discipline, and also about leadership, which is what I am into at the moment a lot. But also just topics that can enhance my my personal development in terms of being better at communicating, being better at leadership, teamwork, and such. Because I am striving to become a gym manager, which I have a very, very good chance of becoming soon when there's an available spot. So I'm doing everything I can right now to be ready as possible to become a gym manager and learning as much as possible before so I can get a good start. And also keep learning so I can just improve and become a better gym manager to increase in my ranks. It's very easy. Or it's not, that was not the way I would say. It's not easy, but it makes sense to me what I'm doing right now, and I'm feeling so motivated and driven to learn about this right now because it makes so much sense to apply it to the thing that I am using most of my time with at the moment, which is my work. So to learn something that complements that, it makes so much sense for me. And where would I get this? I cannot remember why I told you this. I think it was because that with the 5-second rule, it's something like that you have 5 seconds to decide what to do in a situation. And I think there's a framework for it. It apparently someone called Mel Robinson, who I don't know, but I found a book and I read about her on Audible, and she's apparently a big shot in self-help and stuff, and has written about 3 books. She has different podcasts and such, and is very popular apparently. And I have no clue who she was. So I'm really excited about this book. Also, that she apparently came out with a book recently that's called The Let Them Theory. And apparently was the best-selling self-development book at launch. It sold like 1.2 million copies in the first month of its release. And I'm like, damn, that's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Not that I'm not so much about hype trains and such, but that's pretty cool. I can acknowledge hype when I see it. Because I would like to read Atomic Habits, but I don't think that is what I need right now. I am trying to, I'm feeling a lot of my guts. I'm trying to move with my guts at the moment. And my guts is telling me what books I should be with now. So that was Teamwork, Leadership, the Mental Toughness from Tim Kruger in Relentless and Winning. And now it's telling me to read or listen to the 5-second rule by Mel Robinson and some communications book. There's Super Communicator from a guy I cannot remember what his name is, and then also Captivate from a woman who I cannot remember what her name is. But Super Communicator and Captivate is about communication and social skills, I believe, which is what I need. I found out because I don't want to stumble and panic when these things happen with what happened to me today. I would like to, I did choose something. I choose not to do anything, which I am like, that annoys me a bit because I really think that she is, pretty interesting. The way she works out, what she looks like, I think I've said this before. When it comes to attraction for guys, for men, we get attracted primarily by visuals, by looks, and not so much by, you could say, outside factors, not as much when it comes to inside factors, when it's about personality, confidence, and such. That's the other way around for girls, for women. They are primarily attracted to inside factors like confidence, personality, and such, and not as much in looks. So I'm attracted to her because of the way she looks, and she looks very good, in my opinion. And the way she works out, it looks very good. She is doing a functional or CrossFit training, and it just looks crazy when she works out. Not gonna lie, I have quite a lot of respect for people who do functional workout because it looks so damn hard to me. And I'm like, I'm never gonna do that. I'm just gonna keep here with my resistance training and my weights. I don't mind that at all. And it's working. I'm getting bigger. Also because I'm eating more. Eating is like, 80% of the work when it comes to growing muscle or even losing weight. It's eating, your diet. I've said this before. So I decided to do nothing in the moment because I kind of panicked. And why did I panic? Because of, I don't know if it's only two reasons, but the reasons that I can think of is that, first of all, I am not used to getting any kind of attention from hot and beautiful girls. But I have, since I started this job, not only primarily from colleagues from other gyms, gotten some attention from them, and not as much from members in the gym. This is the first experience that I have had where there might be a hint of interest from a female member in the gym. Usually I'm just talking with the guys because there are a lot of talkative guys in the gym. It's very nice. I don't mind. I like talking to them. It makes the work a bit more engaging, a bit more fun. Because it's the same that's coming majority of the time, and they like to talk, and it's fun talking to them. And it's like, I would say 90% of them are guys, maybe even more, maybe 95 or 99. So I'm not used to talk or having that much not interaction with the female members, only when they come to ask questions, which is fine. No signs of interest there, of course. But this, I'm pretty sure she knew that I was working there. She have seen me in the my working clothes, my working t-shirt. I have made sure to be around her at least. So I'm just like, what the hell happened? Was that just coincidence? Or was there any motive behind it? That's not what I can figure out. And I would like to figure out because I would like to understand it as my personality type is. I would like to understand and analyze what the F is going on so I can solve the problem of me not understanding. And I had a point that I would like to say. So that's the one thing, that I'm not used to it. And the other thing is that she is a member in the gym that I work at. So I'm going to be there like 5 times a week still. And she might still work out there. She is going to work out there still. So if I go talk to her and ask for her number and ask her out, and if it doesn't work out, it's going to be very awkward. I mean, yeah, she can keep working out and it can be awkward. And then with time, it will be less awkward. Or she could find out a new place to work out. But if she does that, I don't know what kind of membership she has. But it could end up hurting the economy and their visitors amount of the gym. I mean, it's only one person. I get that. But still, I don't would like to compromise that for the place that I work. I don't even know what the policies are about. I mean, of course, not when I'm at work in the working clothes that I have. I should not go up and asking girls out. Of course, that's a no-brainer. But I am not working. I was not working this morning. I was just working out. On my free day, on my day off. So I could have talked to her. But I had these, I don't know if you can call them limitations. You could that, because I am not good in a, you can say, immediate situation with girls. I've talked about this before. And also I have this back in my mind that I'm working here. She's a member of the gym. And it's just not the optimal to start asking her out and talking to her, and maybe start a relationship with her or relation. I have that back in my mind when this happened, which is why I think that I was panicking, because like, what the hell? And again, I could just be overanalyzing this, that there's nothing there at all. And it's just me trying to see signs that might not be there. I get that. But I can't help but think that maybe there is something. So now I don't know if I should start talking to her the next time I see her. Not working, only working out. Or what I should do. I both talked to my colleague, and he was like, go give it a shot. Next time you see her when you're not working. If you like her that much, go give it a shot. And I also talked with the member that I talks the most with, and we're almost like buddies now. Oh, actually he's not. There's not. Okay, yeah, I talk a lot with him, and we're kind of buddies. That's the way I feel, at least. And I told him, and he was like, try and see next time she's there, what happens. Sorry, I'm yawning. No, sorry. Try and see what happens. So I don't know. At first, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna ask her out. And then I was like, no, I'm not gonna ask her out. And now I'm like, should I take the chance? Should I risk something again? And also, I think a reason why I am holding back is because that last time I asked a girl out was in January. It was one of my colleagues, or I didn't directly ask her out. I wrote to her if she was interested to see each other more outside of work. But before that, I had asked multiple girls out in other situations in the fall and in December, and then this girl in January. And since then, I have been low profile. So that's like 2 months that I have been low profile. Because every girl said no. that I asked them out. When I asked them out, either said no or just completely ignored me or my question. So I am not having that much confidence with girls saying yes if I should be asking them out, which is why I feel like it's a very risky bet to go and ask this girl out, to jeopardize it. I know she doesn't know that I have been rejected 4 or 5 times for the past, or following winter. She doesn't know that. I get it. She doesn't know me and I don't know her. So I just don't know what to do. To take the risk and go talk to her and ask for her number, or to just let it be. Maybe I should ask myself if I would be okay to just let it be. And that's the thing I have to decide for myself. I feel like I think what is happening is that my guts is telling me to do it, but my brain is screaming at me not to do it. My rational side of brain. So I have my guts and my emotions that are like, you should definitely do it. Take the chance. If you don't take the shot, it's definitely a no. Also said, or that was in Relentless, that he also cited the guy who says, if you don't, the shots that you don't take, you miss 100% of the time. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. But it's a risky bet. But I've talked to both guys and they was like, well, just do it. Do it. See what happens. And I know there's another guy that I could talk to with it about, and he would be like, what the hell are you doing, man? Just do it. So maybe it's just me being weird. Also, but that's also one of the things that was really hitting when I wrote about my personality type, or read more about my personality type, which was in the conclusion in the website where I read about it, where they were like, well, now you have read about your architect type. And you might in the beginning have been like, huh. And then you have been like, wait, what? Because you are not used to being understood. And maybe many people misunderstand you. And that hit me. And it's hitting me right now again, because I believe I've said this before a long time ago, that I don't really feel connected to many people and feel like that not many people understands me or the things that I do and why I do them. I don't tell people why I do them. I just say I don't do this or I do that, and they're like, what the hell, man? Are you crazy? And it depends on what mood I'm in, what state I'm in, and who says it. But sometimes it hurts not being understood, because I might be introverted, being rational and architectural and mastermindy. But as they also write, and what I also feel, that's the thing, I feel they write that even though I might be this like rational guy, I'm not a robot as an architect personality. I do have feelings as well. I am just not very good at, what can you say, comprehending my feelings, because I'm very logical and very rational, and feelings are not very logical and rational. They're very emotional. So I also found out that my emotional intelligence is not that high. And I'm trying to getting smart. I'm both, yeah. So both my emotional and social intelligence is not that high, but it is bigger than what it used to be. And I do believe that it's the best or the highest that it have been ever because of my work. But when it comes to girls and love, I am still clueless, as I have been so many times before. Clueless about what to do, what to look for, how to act in these situations. It does not come natural to me at all. And that is maybe not a limitation for me, but that's a struggle that I have to work on. So before I started recording this video, I was also like, well, with all the other things that I do that I challenge myself with, there's only one way to get better at this, and that is to challenge it. And how do you challenge it? Well, with social intelligence and emotional intelligence is about staying in these things, being in social interactions, and being with emotionals, being with emotions. When it comes to being better at talking with girls, it's about talking with more girls in a intimate and romantic way. Flirting way, you could also say. And not just in the usual conversational way that I have learned to do with my job after speaking with so many people each day. Well, it started to become the same people, but that's growing relations and interactions. More interactions with the same person creates better relations or better relation with that person. So yeah, this is a weird episode, I guess. That's why it's a 25.5 and not a normal episode. And it's been long. I'm like, wow, who would have thought that I could talk about this for so long? It's because it's important to me to figure this out, because for every individual, love is important. If you're not a psychopath, if you're just a regular person, love is important. I do believe that we have given love and romance too much credit and too much power in our modern society, being that a lot of movies, music, and other stuff being very filled with romance and love, which is what I have. I've not hated that, but I feel it's a shame because it has hurt me a lot in my teen years. Being so consumed with love and finding the right partner and such. It has really, and that might also be why I'm a bit skeptical about it. Not skeptical, but like keeping a distance. I also thought about recently that I have shut that part down of me being romantic, flirty, and such, because I cannot comprehend it. That I cannot take this into consideration, because if I do, I completely shut down in that situation. I cannot handle it because I'm not used to it. Is this a wound that I have, perhaps? from my earlier relation with my ex-girlfriend? Well, guess there's only one way to open up that wound. Make it bleed again. Is to get out there, be vulnerable, which I'm trying to be, which is also very hard. But it's the right way to be honest, to be open, and to be vulnerable. I have also said this before, which is what I strive to be. So, maybe the way that I should do it is that I shouldn't give it too much thought, but the next time that I see this girl in a non-working context, so that means when I am just working out in the gym, that I should maybe go and talk to her, ask for her number, if she would like to go on a date with me in a amusement park, which is called the Tivoli Gardens. That would be the best place to go on a date. And I have asked like 3 girls, would you like to come to this place? And everyone said no. And I'm like, oh, god damn it. But it's their loss. They don't know what they're missing out on. Wow. But I need to fix this. Again, me being a man, trying to fix everything. Also with my personality type, I need problem solving. I need to fix problems. And this is a problem. I need to fix it. And there's only one way to go around it. That is with experience. Because I cannot read about this. There's only one way, and that's experience. I see that now. But with the only girls that I meet on a daily basis being either colleagues or members at my work, there's not much to go on on an everyday basis. So maybe, I'm going out with some friends in 2 days at a bar. So maybe if there's some cute girls, I could go and talk to them. I'm also thinking about going out with some colleagues on Friday, if there's anyone who would like to go. If not, that's okay. I don't mind. And what was it? Also, that's like, in a little more than a month, I'm going out with the 2 colleagues that I am working with at my gym to be at a board game cafe to play some board games and just have some fun. And again, if there might be some cute girls, I could get pushed to talk to them. I'm pretty sure my colleague would push me. Also, yeah, both my male and my female colleague, because they're like, you need to get a girlfriend soon. Yeah. So, it's also been too long. And maybe, not maybe, it is time to start doing something about it again. To get back in the game, so to say. A game that I have never been in. I'm very shy when it comes to girls. When it comes to talking with girls in a intimate, flirting and romantic way. I wouldn't say absolutely no problem, but it's better. How is it that I'm sitting? That's not a very good way to sit. Sorry. It's better when there's no pressure. At the least that I feel no pressure when it comes to trying to hit on this girl. I can easily talk with girls, no problem. Even hot girls, I don't mind. When there's easy. That's just talking to every other person. Nothing. But as soon as there comes the slightest hint of interest. I don't know if it's only from mostly from their part. If I get this feeling that they're interested, I completely shut down. And I go in panic mode. And I cannot, I just end up screwing things up. I do. Always. Well, not always, but a lot of times. Because I get this, and it's just so stupid. Because I should just behave the way that I usually behave. Even without without worrying about how others think or feel about me. But I think it's difficult when I either want people to like me or I like them. It's more like when I like certain people, it's difficult to me not to worry about what they feel or what they think about me. That's difficult. People I don't know or don't care about, I don't have a problem with anymore. But people I like, both, as friends and family, but also potential romantic partners. It's difficult not to, for me at least, not to worry about what they think about me. Because I would like them to like me, of course. So I just need to be more cool when it comes to being around girls. So I would like to get this 5-second rule to being better at doing immediate decisions. Maybe being better at doing more productive immediate decisions when it comes to girls, at least. Because I always get so taken aback when these things happen because I don't expect it. I don't expect girls to be interested in me. Because of my past, I think. That I have been a very shy guy, not a very popular guy, and girls were not interested in me. So I'm not used to that. At least not from hot girls. I'm like, what the fuck? But I guess that I have developed I have grown as a person in such a way that I am more interesting to hot girls with my looks and the way that I move and feel when I'm not talking to these girls. Because when I walk around in the gym, working out, I feel like I own the place. Not gonna lie. And that's the thing. When it comes to other areas of when it's not, dating, I have a lot of confidence in myself at the moment. I can do a lot of things. And that I can achieve a lot of things. But exactly when it comes to girls, I still don't have that. And I think I've started to believe that it might be because I don't have good experience. That I don't have, positive feedback on me interacting with girls. But I guess there's only way to work around this, and that is to keep pushing with it. Because I've heard this before, when it comes to girls and romantic relationships, it is a numbers game. I just don't know. And it's been 50 minutes. 50 minutes. I've been pondering about this nonsense. Goddamn nonsense. So yeah, I think the conclusion is that I should just keep focus on work and getting better. And then these 3 books, decision making, immediate decision making, and 2 about communication. And then I'm going to go back to leadership and teamwork, maybe more on leadership afterwards. And no books on dating. No books on dating. Because that's essentially not where I want to put my focus. It's going to be a secondary thing. Maybe even a third place focus. Way behind all the other things focus. Oh man. So yeah. And if I see her again when I'm just working out of the gym, I'm gonna go talk to her. I promise that. I promise that I will go and talk to her if I see her when I'm just up and working out. There you have it. Okay? I guess I'm gonna end it there. And I am not in the mood to talk about teamwork and leadership right now. So I guess that it's just gonna come. And also it's too late. I need to get something to eat and get going with my other stuff. I didn't think that it would take this long. So I guess that it's just gonna be this video for this time. And no social media content. And I don't care if people watch this video. To be fair, it's just me yapping. I need this. I needed to talk about this. So next time, I really would like to talk about something more productive. I know. Where I don't know if it's going to be about leadership and teamwork. Maybe. We'll see what's inspiring me in that moment. I mean, leadership and teamwork are still inspiring me. It's very interesting how not little, but how simple and at the same time very difficult to do when it comes to good teamwork and good leadership. It's quite interesting. It's very interesting. And not what I had expected it to be, and I don't think that not many others expect it to be in that way. You could say simple, or in that way. Maybe controversial even. Who knows? But I will try it. Because, I mean, if there's been written books about it, I guess it must work some way. So I will try to become a good leader, a good manager, to lead people. Okay, so that's going to be the end of this episode. If you made it this far, I'm like, well, thank you very much for listening to me talking about my struggles at the moment. To be fair, if you come this far, I cannot tell you how grateful I am for you to listen. It's a ride, all this. I know that. I have not really known what to